What do you do when nobody's watching? And I don't mean what do you do as in the kind of things that you get spam emails about where people tell you that they've hacked your webcam. I mean, if nobody knows what you're up to, how do you conduct yourself? Now, up until about probably 10 years ago, I didn't conduct myself particularly well, to be honest. And I'm not saying I did anything that was terrible or, criminal, but if I walked past a dirty cup in the house and I knew that nobody would know that I'd seen that dirty cup, I'd leave it where it was. And that's because there's a weird value system sometimes, particularly in domestic politics, where when you do the right thing, i.e., you pick up the dirty cup and you wash it up and you put it away, nobody ever knows that it was there in the first place. So, what benefit do you actually get? Which I suppose further reinforces the whole nobody knows I'm going to do this. I can get away with basically anything. I was reading a book, this will all connect up in a minute, called The Men Who Stare at Goats by Jon Ronson. And he mentions that in certain US military bases, they say that honour is doing the right thing even when nobody's watching. Now, I don't really like the level of testosterone in that statement, but I do think it probably means a lot more than I'd ever realised, the way that I conduct myself when nobody's around. Because even if nobody else knows that you're taking the approach of doing the bare minimum and potentially pushing a bunch of boring jobs down the road for somebody else to pick up, you know. And you do actually take a lot of notice, I think, of the way that you behave in those situations. And I think if you behave well and you know deep down that you behave well, you probably build a lot of self-esteem. You probably start becoming the type of person who does the right thing. And if you know deep down that you are the type of person who does the right thing, even when nobody's watching, it's probably going to make you happy in the long run. Now, I'm not sure, maybe there are people out there who are still doing the bare minimum or getting away with whatever, who would disagree with me. But personally, I think it was quite a big turning point in my life when I realised that it is still important to do the right thing when nobody's watching. And not even for altruistic reasons, just because it will make me feel better in the long run to know that when it came down to it, I went the extra mile to help my friends, my family, people around me to effectively have a better life, right? And that's how I build my self-esteem. Anyway, might be useful, might not.